Imagine this. It's late 2013. Yahoo, once a titan of the internet world, is fighting to stay relevant. Its purple logo, once the symbol of cutting-edge innovation, now seems like a relic from a bygone era. But within the walls of Yahoo's sprawling headquarters in Sunnyvale, California, there is a renewed sense of purpose. The company's new CEO, Marissa Mayer, is on a mission to bring Yahoo back to its former glory. But little does she know a storm is brewing. A storm that will shake the company to its core. A storm that will forever change the way we think about our online security. And it all begins with a single breach. It started small, almost imperceptible, a shadow lurking in the system. Somewhere in the vast expanse of Yahoo's network, a group of hackers began to probe, silently, patiently. They were not your average basement-dwelling hackers looking for a quick thrill. No, these were professionals, cyber mercenaries with state-of-the-art tools at their disposal, allegedly backed by a nation-state. Russia, as the evidence would later suggest. The hackers found a weak spot, a tiny crack in Yahoo's defenses, a vulnerability they could exploit. And once they slipped through, they began to move like ghosts within the system. But this wasn't an attack meant to draw attention. It was a long game, a game of infiltration, evasion, and collection. They wanted everything: names, email addresses, phone numbers, security questions and answers, the keys to millions of people's digital lives. By mid-2014, whispers started circulating in Yahoo's security team. They'd noticed some unusual activity. Their monitoring systems had picked up strange patterns of behavior deep in their infrastructure. Logins from unexpected locations, minor discrepancies in their databases. It was odd, but not alarming, at least not yet. But one of Yahoo's security engineers, Alex Stamos, couldn't shake off the feeling that something was wrong. He began to dig deeper, sifting through logs, examining patterns, and asking uncomfortable questions. The deeper he looked, the more concerned he became. There was something off, something that didn't add up. But Yahoo, struggling to keep pace with its competitors, had bigger fish to fry. They were launching new products, investing in acquisitions, and desperately trying to capture the attention of a younger, more tech-savvy audience. The warning signs were drowned out by the noise of corporate ambition. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the hackers were working methodically. They weren't just inside Yahoo's system, they were mapping it, understanding its structure, identifying its weaknesses. Like burglars in an empty mansion, they moved from room to room, taking whatever they pleased. And what they took was staggering. They siphoned off data on a scale never seen before. Names, phone numbers, birth dates, hashed passwords, security questions, over 3 billion user accounts quietly stolen from right under Yahoo's nose. It was the biggest data heist in history, and Yahoo had no idea it was even happening. Months passed, and by late 2014, the signs of an ongoing attack had grown harder to ignore. Stamos, now alarmed, escalated his concerns. But by then, the breach was no longer a shadow in the system. It was a full-blown crisis. The scale was almost unimaginable, and yet the company remained silent, hoping against hope that they could contain the damage. For Yahoo, admitting that they had been breached wasn't just about losing face, it was about survival. At that time, the company was in negotiations to sell its core internet business to Verizon for nearly $5 billion. A public admission of such a colossal breach could destroy the deal, plunging the already struggling company further into the abyss. But secrets of this magnitude have a way of coming out. Fast forward to 2016, nearly 2 years after the breach. Verizon, still interested in the deal, starts asking tough questions. They want assurances. They need to know that Yahoo has its house in order. And that's when Yahoo finally drops the bombshell. They had been hacked not once, but twice. The first hack had occurred in 2014, compromising the data of 500 million users, a staggering number on its own. But just as the world began to grasp the scope of the attack, Yahoo made a second, even more shocking announcement. Another breach, even larger than the first, had occurred in 2013. This one affected 1 billion accounts, and later it was revealed that it was actually 3 billion. Every single Yahoo user had been compromised. The news hit like a thunderclap. It wasn't just Yahoo's reputation that was in tatters. Every user, every innocent person who'd ever signed up for a Yahoo account, shared personal details, or trusted their online identity with the company, was now vulnerable. The fallout was immediate and devastating. Verizon quickly demanded a $350 million discount on the purchase price, and Yahoo had no choice but to agree. The breach led to multiple class action lawsuits, regulatory scrutiny, and a wave of bad press that seemed endless. The once proud internet pioneer, which had defined an era of web innovation, was now a cautionary tale of hubris, negligence, and systemic failure. Internally, Yahoo's culture was exposed as toxic, with a lack of transparency, communication failures, and a disregard for security concerns. Marissa Mayer, Yahoo's CEO, saw her stock drop along with her reputation. Alex Stamos, the security chief who had raised early concerns, had already left for Facebook, perhaps sensing the ship was sinking. But what makes this story truly chilling is the realization of just how easily it could happen again. Despite the public outcry, the lawsuits, the damage to Yahoo's reputation, and the eventual sale of the company at a reduced price, this breach is more than a cautionary tale. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that in the digital age, where our most private information is stored online, we are all vulnerable. Hackers are more sophisticated, more determined, and better resourced than ever before. And as we entrust more and more of our lives to digital platforms, the stakes are only getting higher. Today, Yahoo's breach serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of online security. The impact is still being felt. The stolen data has been sold and resold on the dark web, fueling countless other scams, identity thefts, and cybercrimes. People are still finding out that their private information data they thought was safely locked away has been compromised. And while Yahoo's name may have faded from the headlines, the hackers who orchestrated this breach have never been fully caught. The identities behind the attack remain shrouded in mystery. Was it really the work of state-sponsored actors? Were they working alone, or was it just one piece of a much larger, more sinister puzzle? The Yahoo data breach is not just a story of a company brought to its knees by its own negligence and the cunning of shadowy cybercriminals. It's a story that's still unfolding, a story of how the digital age, with all its wonders and conveniences, comes with new kinds of threats that we are only just beginning to understand. And as long as there are hackers in the shadows and companies willing to play fast and loose with our data, this story is far from over. So the next time you log into your email, post on social media, or share something online, ask yourself, how safe is my information, really? And who might be watching, just waiting for the right moment to strike? Stay vigilant, stay informed, and remember, when it comes to cybersecurity, no one is truly safe. And there you have it, the inside story of the biggest data breach in history, one that brought a tech giant to its knees. If you found this story gripping, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss another deep dive into the world of cybercrime. Thanks for watching.